Hello everyone, it's Mica here, and I have a quick little layout to share with you today. The pattern paper I'm using is Prima marketing, and it's from the Apricot honey collection. And I am using a stencil from scrapbook.com called Sunny Days Ahead. Now, I am inking those sun rays using two colors of ink, and I'm using the orange one is called Buttercream and the pink one is Candy Shop Pink. And I'm using these stencil brushes from scrapbook.com in order to get a really soft, subtle kind of rays, really. I'm not being too heavy-handed, and I'm trying to get those to blend a little bit so they're not just orange and pink. I was trying to go for that soft, dreamy kind of a look, I guess. And I'm just brushing these back and forth, not being too precise or anything. And I'm just checking what it looks like at this moment. And as you can see there, you can see the line where the stencil ended. So I'm just using the brush to soften that transition a wee bit. I'm not being too precise, I'm just making sure that it's not too harsh, really. And that is it. And I had previously painted that little background with white acrylic paint, and I did that in order to soften the area where I wanted the inking to be. So I'm sorry I didn't do that on camera, I just did that one night before and I totally forgot to record that session. Now, I cut the pattern paper down a bit. I cut an inch from two sides so that I could have a ½ inch border all around. And the background paper is just white cardstock. I think that frames a little bit. So this is the acrylic paint that I used before. And I used just a regular dry brush. It's a very subtle background. And I'm showing you the brushes that I used just before. Don't know why, but hey. And this is the photo I'm using, and I decided to use the colors in my shawl and the orangey ones from my mother's shawl. So that's how I got the idea for the color scheme, really. And since this is quite a clean and simple layout, I wanted to add some foam tape behind the photo to make it a bit more dimensional or pop a wee bit. And I absolutely love doilies, and I decided to put this as the background just to kind of frame the photo, so to speak. And this way you can see the rays coming up from behind the doily and photo. Now I wanted to add a bit of color as well, so I am using 3 colors of mist, mica mist, and 2 of those are from Tonic Nuvo, and then I have an old favorite which I'm running out of, well, will run out of soon, from Heidi Swap. This is just a fabulous gold mist. I haven't found another quite like it. There are many similar, but unfortunately you can't buy these anymore. But I will link a similar gold mist to everything down below with the rest of the items that I used. Now the mist I'm using is Fresh Pear and Pecan Peach, and of course then the gold from Heidi Swap Color Shine collection. And I'm not being too heavy-handed. I want this to remain a wee bit soft, but those colors do add a bit of fun to the layout, or at least I think so. And I do like color. And I have flowers from Prima marketing, These flowers are in the same color family as the pattern papers are, so these fit nicely. Very soft colors. And I'm just arranging them in the opposite corner, just trying to figure out. I have some larger ones, then I have these tiny ones. I absolutely adore these tiny flowers because I can add so many flowers without this actually being too much of a flower explosion kind of a thing. And like I said, I'm just trying to figure out where they look best, trying to arrange them in a bit of a, well, small clusters really. And then I just have to glue these pretties down. And sorry, my arm and head got in the way there. I'm just using foam squares or foam adhesive and squares from scrap.com to stick these down because I don't want these flowers to be too flat. So some of those I add foam squares to, and the other ones are just stuck with the liquid glue. I really like mixing these, or foam and just regular adhesive, to create a bit of dimension and I guess movement in the layout, I guess. Whatever it is, I think it looks pretty, and that's why I do it. And I just keep adding flowers to the layout until I am happy with how this looks, really. Oh, the reason why I use this pattern paper is I really like the effect it had, and it kind of mimics the street that we're at in Edinburgh. So I think it's a nice connection, even though it is a bit brighter. But that's where our scarves come in. And now just sticking these wherever. And then I need to add a title. And I used stickers from American Crafts. These are foam stickers with foil. And when I had figured out what I wanted the title to be, I put my stickers on a ruler, and this really helped me arrange them in the correct order so I'm not messing things about and just doing stuff that I want to be happy with. It just gives me a little bit more control of what I'm doing, really. And even though I'm not too precise when I'm adding items to layouts, cards or whatever, I did use this tiny L-shaped ruler from Misty in order to make sure that it is as straight as possible, at least not as, I mean straight-ish, let's be honest. I'm not too precise, but I want to make sure it wasn't all going all over the place. So I'm just trying to keep a wee bit of control, but without being too much in control. Something like that. And then all I have to do is add the year. And this photo, as you already know, was taken in Edinburgh last year. This is where me and my mom went to the Edinburgh Yarn Festival, and that was the first time I've ever attended a yarn festival, and we had such a grand time. Sorry about my head. And now I just want a little bit more colour and shine, really. So I am using Nuvo drops to add a touch of colour and a bit more shine. And these colours are, what are they called? Yeah, they're Lemon Twist and Dragon Scales. And these drops are called Dream Drops, I believe. They are really pretty, beautiful colours, and have this kind of a pearly-ish shine to them. Really pretty. And I'm just adding that here and there around the flowers to add a bit more shine, because you can never have too much sparkliness really. And that really is the layout done. Like I said, it's a quick and simple layout, just having fun with my embellishments and stuff. And then I have a few photos for you to have a look at, or a closer look really. And I will have links to everything I used down below. And if you like it, please give it a thumbs up. And I'll be really happy if you decide to follow along. But until next time, bye!